In this video, I'm going to be talking to you about my experience so far with booking a wedding at Walt Disney World. From the process, the people that we've spoken to, and everything that we've had to do to complete for them. So today's vlog is a little bit different. I thought whilst I'm getting the car charged, I may as well pick up the camera, hop on and talk to you guys, grabbed my iced pumpkin spice latte, you know, it's that time of year, and chat to you about my experience with booking my wedding in Walt Disney World so far. So one of the first things that you have to do is choose your location, and we did a lot of research. Steve proposed to me in Disneyland Paris in front of the castle, and I knew instantly that I have to have a Disney wedding. So after doing some research and looking into what Disney weddings are, there are a couple of reasons why we chose the location that we've chosen, and we have chosen to get married at the Swan and Dolphin Resort. The reasonings behind this is when you get married at Walt Disney World, you either have to get married either before the park opens or after the park closes. And this can either be really early at the crack of dawn or around about midnight after all of the guests have left the park and the parks are closed and ready and prepped for your wedding. The brilliant thing about getting married at the Swan and Dolphin is we could choose a more normal wedding time for our big day, and we've chosen 2 o'clock on the day, which is perfect for us. It gives us a nice long morning to get ready. I'm going to be getting ready at the villa that we've booked, where we're going to be staying for a few weeks. So it's going to be a bit more relaxed and feel more like a wedding morning that I'll be having if I was to get married in the UK. Another big factor was the fact that I get to stay in my wedding dress, and the entire bridal party get to stay in their wedding attire. If you get married on Walt Disney property in the parks, you do have to get changed, as if you were to enter the park in your wedding dress, they would class that as full costume, which you're not allowed to do over the age of 12 in the parks. So the beauty of getting married at the Swan and Dolphin Resort is I get to remain in my main wedding dress all day if I want to. And spoiler alert, I do have 2 dresses. Yes, Steve knows, and he's seen my second dress. He came with me to pick the dress. It's just a short one that I wanted to get changed into for the night time. So booking a wedding at the Swan and Dolphin, they use an external wedding provider, and it's called Just Marry. And they're a team of highly experienced wedding planners who have done hundreds of weddings at the Swan and Dolphin. Once you've selected that you want to get married at the Swan and Dolphin and you start the process, you will be reached out to by somebody in the team who will assign a wedding planner to you. And the first thing that they do is will set up a Teams or video call with you. Just a really relaxed, casual call, lasted around about an hour, just so that the wedding planner could get to know myself and Steve and what we're looking for, and if there was any colours or themes or anything in particular about the wedding, but also a little bit about our personal lives, just so she could really get a feel for who we are and how she could then schedule and plan and map out our day for us. And we've been assigned the lovely Jordan. So if you are watching this in the future, Jordan, you are an absolute fairy godmother and amazing at your job. After that initial call, she will then start to put things onto your planner for you. So you have an online portal where you can chat to each other. She will upload videos or photos if you need her to, so that you can have a look at the different locations once you've picked your location and different things like that. And also all of your invoices and receipts will be stored into this online portal for you. So the first thing that the wedding planner will ask you to do is to choose your location within the hotel. And there are several to choose from outdoor ones and indoor ones. But they will also make you aware that once you have picked your preferred location, that a second location will be picked for you just in the case of rain. Once that's done, we'll then start to come back to you with more of the normal things that you would expect if you're booking a wedding in the UK. So your musician, your flowers, do you want certain things at your wedding? Do you want drinks straight after? What drinks will that include? Did you want a cake? The usual that you would pick if you were planning a wedding here. And so far, Jordan has been amazing and helped us and guided us with things for our wedding. So we have selected a musician to play live music for us whilst were at the wedding ceremony itself, and we had a choice between a harpist, a pianist and also a violinist. Jordan has then gone ahead and helped us book a photographer and videographer. You are able to book all of these things yourselves externally if you have a preferred person that you would like to either play at your wedding or to do your flowers for you or to take photos of your big day. But we wanted to go with the preferred list that the Swan and Dolphin and Disney have, just to make things a little bit easier. So Jordan has booked photos for us, so we've got a team who are going to be taking photos for us on the day, and you get to choose between an hour and a 2-hour session. I think you can have slightly longer and you pay additional for that, but we've booked a 2-hour session. We have also booked a videographer because we do have a lot of family members and friends that are not coming to the wedding, but I also wanted it filmed, one, so I remember the magical day that we're going to have, but also for people that aren't attending, they can then look back on the video and share that day with us. The next thing that Jordan helped us book was the celebrant, and you have a choice. You can either have a religious or non-religious wedding, and then from there, that's how they then choose the list of celebrants that they will send out to you that you can choose from. Something else you do probably need to do a teeny bit of research into, so that's the florals at your wedding. A good tip here is across anything that you're booking with regards to your wedding, if you do have a budget or you don't have a budget, please let your wedding planner know. And we did let Jordan know that we did have a budget for our florals, but I didn't feel the need to spend thousands upon thousands of dollars on flowers, which are just going to either be thrown away after that 45 minutes to an hour in the ceremony area, but also my bouquet, I'm not going to really carry it around. I would like to take it back and have it, they will keep it for me so I can take it home at the end of the day, but if I don't, it's not the end of the world. So I didn't feel the need to spend a lot of money on it. So we did give Jordan quite a strict budget, and the florists have done an amazing job and have listened to everything that I've said. They've got the colours, they've picked flowers that I like, they've also took guidance from me on flowers that I really did not want. Something that is really important to every bride is your hair and makeup, and Jordan has been really helpful. She has requested that I send some pictures across, and I did that separately to the online portal that Mainsty share, and sent her some pictures and inspirations of what I'm looking for. There are a whole host of other things that you can book and your wedding planner will help you with, and one of the things that we were looking at initially was to have characters at our wedding. It's a Disney wedding, so why not have Mickey and Minnie turn up to your wedding in their beautiful glamorous costumes that you can choose from. So her experience so far with Just Marry and our wedding planner in particular has been wonderful. We have never once been made to feel like our wedding party is too small to have things, or they're favouring a really large party that happens to be there on the day over us. Never once have we been made to feel that, which has meant a lot to me, and I feel that's just a credit to Just Marry and Jordan in particular, and the Swan and Dolphin Resort. And part of the process, what Jordan has given us was there's quite a large document that we have had to complete. Nothing really arduous, or we've had to do research, or just the general things that you wouldn't think of popping onto paper necessarily here, that they actually need over here because they need to put a schedule in place for you. And that's just things like they needed the names of everybody in the bridal party, they need to know who's walking down the aisle and in what order, music that will go with that person that's walking down the aisle at that particular time, and then other details about the day that I wanted specific to the wedding. So she will collate all that information from the form and pop together our wedding schedule, which she'll share with me closer to the time. Now the wedding dress, I did actually find my wedding dress last May, and I don't think that I chose it a little bit too early. I've looked at other wedding dresses since, which maybe I shouldn't have done, but still I am so in love with my dress, well, 2 dresses. So I thought it'd be really great in my vlogs coming up to take you along with me. I do actually have my first wedding dress fitting where they will take the measurements, pin it to how it will fit my body, and then I'll go back quite close to the date that we are due to take off, just to final fitting, and then they will package it up ready for me to take on the plane. But I thought it'd be really nice to come along to show you and document it. I won't be filming my Wayne wedding dress, one, because I want it to be a surprise for Steve on the big day, and I know he watches my channel, but I will show you the fitting and everything else, and there's exactly the same process for my short wedding dress, which Steve has seen, and that is the dress that I'll be wearing for Jollywood Nights. Just happened to land on the day of our wedding, so we were like, perfect, let's book it, and we're going to go in our wedding attire. Steve will dress down his tux a little bit, like undo his tie, take his jacket off, put his trainers on, and I'll be wearing my short dress with some Cinderella inspired trainers with all diamantes on it, and I'm going to be going full on glam in my mini wedding dress for Jollywood Nights. But I thought I'd bring you along to the dress fitting for that. If you are thinking of getting married in Walt Disney World and you have any questions or comments or any hints and tips from me, please drop them in the comments below. It would be really appreciated. But also, I do hope this video has helped. If you are thinking of doing a destination wedding, and in particular going to Walt Disney World, the process has been seamless, amazing. Just marry. You guys are amazing. I will be updating you more with all things wedding and all things Walt Disney World, so I'll keep you up to date and bring you along for the full journey with us. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and make sure to stay tuned for a Walt Disney World vlog and wedding, which will be coming towards the end of the year. Thanks ever so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video.